there are dogs outside the street who won't stop barking. So there are gonna be barks heard in the background. Hi, Gerald. This is vlog number 2. This is in response to your second vlog, the link to which I will put in the description below. In your second vlog, you talked about a certain type of philosophy. And I find it timely that this week I was able to finish a book on philosophy. It's called Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. And what I did for the video is I've written down several key points that really stuck with me after finishing the book. And some of these points, when I was reading them, is something that I feel could help you deal with the difficulty of handling starting out a new channel. The Stoic school of philosophy, this one, is a school of philosophy that tries to give you ideas on how to handle difficult situations. So I'll just dive right in. Number 1, what hurts the hive hurts the bee. Marcus Aurelius is a politician, so he knows about handling people and handling big communities. And one of the things that guides his decisions is if it's beneficial to some people or if it's beneficial to me but it ends up not being beneficial to the community, then it ends up not being beneficial to me because I am part of the community. I know that in the short term it seems beneficial to me, but because I'm part of the community and the community is affected negatively, it will find a way to affect me negatively. So the point of Marcus Aurelius is if you need to decide, be sure that it benefits you and it benefits the community to be able to get what you want in a way that benefits other people. I think that's cool. So second, decomposition is a form of recomposition, which I think is a very cool idea. There are changes that happen to you in your life. Say, for example, first you're a boy, then you become a teen, then you become an adult, and then you become an old man. Those are changes. Some parts of you died because some parts of you were awakened. That's the gist of recomposing. And the next step after being an old person is death. And Marcus Aurelius tries to urge us not to fear death because death is not decomposition. You're not being destroyed. You're being recomposed into something more beautiful than you currently are. And that is because you're part of a community. You are gonna be recomposed to help the genuine whole. I sound deep right now because I've done some reading. I'm not naturally this. I don't naturally spew out these words. Number 3, things that do not transmit light create their own darkness. And in order for me to explain this, I need to be able to draw stuff. So I'm gonna record my screen because I will draw stuff in it. Alright. So to Marcus Aurelius, people, right? So the white spots are people. People are scattered in the world. Okay. And then people have the ability to be able to receive light. Okay. So if this particular person receives light, then he is also illuminated. Right. Simple so far. Now, he has the duty of transmitting that light. And that light is symbolic. It's not really light, literally. Light is anything good. Light is anything you learned. Light is anything positive that you were able to get out of life. If you're not able to transmit that, then notice that there are a lot of darkness around that is not being lit up. And that's because of your inability to transmit the light that you've received. Whereas, if you work on being able to share what you have, you end up illuminating other people. And because light spills, it does not only illuminate the immediate vicinity of those who you gave light to. It illuminates every fucking thing around the world. Now we have a very lit up world. And isn't that happy? Right? Isn't that a happy thought? So that's it. That's one of the points. Things that do not transmit light create their own darkness. And that's going to be my default answer from now on. When someone asks me why I took the job that I took, I'm going to tell them because things that do not transmit light create their own darkness. Next thing. And this is a thing that I was saying. I think it would help you, this one would help you because you're starting out the channel and there's difficulty connected to starting a new channel. Marcus says you should not be affected by what other people think. And the reason he gave was because the people who are saying things about what you're doing are people who maybe are people who do not know how to examine themselves, and you cannot be sure that the judgment they're passing to you is sane because they themselves do not understand themselves. So why would you be affected by an opinion of someone who does not understand what he's thinking? So that's one cool thing to think about. I don't know about you. Maybe you want to be a leader of a herd of people who do not understand themselves. That's fine. That's fine if you want that. But there's a cooler thing, and that's to be admired, I guess, by people who understand themselves, and not to be affected by people who do not even care to dig deep within themselves and understand the void that's going on inside of them. Alright, well, there are no numbers, but next thing, straight and not straighten. This is a very cool thought. It says that if you want to do something, it should have come from you and not because of any external factor that drove you to do it. Of course, you need to be able to what do you call that word? Respond to outside stimuli. But on cases that involve your first principles, you should be able to say, I did this. I did not do it because someone else told me to do it. I just did it because this is something that I would like to do for myself. And the last one, last point, it's a point about the emerald, which I think, again, is something that could help you because you're starting your new channel. And let me just read this to you, because if I rephrase it, it's gonna be less compelling than if I just read it right now. Is an emerald suddenly flawed if no one admires it? That's so beautiful. I have been paying attention to the status updates that you were doing, and I guess most of them are in response to people who are telling you things regarding your move to start your new channel. And what I guess my response to that would be, you just focus on making your emerald shinier rather than focusing on catering to people who do not even understand themselves and are passing judgment to your content. Their opinions do not make your content lesser than what it is. But you need to have the conscious effort of making sure that you're putting out quality content. So never forget the emerald. The emerald is the only thing that you can control. So there's my bit of philosophy for you, Gerald. Thank you for your video, and I'm looking forward to your next videos. I hope that you were able to get something out of that, or at least it makes you think about your journey and how the ideas could be used to supplement your journey. Gerald, I'll see you next week.